I'm getting lazy. In the first episode of my survival series, I built this entire cliff face. In the second, I built this huge apartment complex. And in the 13th, I textured the walls inside my iron farm. Which doesn't even work because the iron golems are still choosing to spawn in random locations. It is becoming utterly clear to me that I am getting lazier and lazier as episodes go on. And I need to make a change. So in this episode, we are going to build an island in the middle of this river, make a bridge connecting from here to the island, and then all the way over to this side of the river where my wheat farm is. It'll be a difficult task, but I am up for the challenge. Just so I can kind of put off the inevitable for a little bit, I'm just going to show you a couple things that I did in between episodes. So first, I actually moved in blacksmiths to my blacksmith shop that I made a couple episodes ago. So now this actually has utility. I made a fern farm, which is actually really loud. And I also tamed a donkey, and I just feel so powerful. You're riding around on this majestic steed. It's just amazing. In a way, it's therapeutic. Although it actually doesn't have a name yet. So we're just gonna do top comment gets to choose the name. I hope that this won't backfire. And while you're down there commenting a name, why don't you hit the subscribe button and hit the like button and do all that kind of stuff. If you've watched my stuff before, I don't know why you haven't subscribed yet. I mean, clearly you're liking it at least a little bit. Just hit the subscribe button. Anyways, welcome back to Surviving with Shoeler. This is episode 14, and we just gotta get started on this thing like right now. I'm gonna build up 1, 2, 3, 8, and then gonna start the bridge like right here. And so this bridge is gonna be 67 blocks across and then 7 blocks taller than the water. Yeah, that looks pretty good. It does not look good, okay? It's just it's just scaffolding. But yeah, I like the height of this. I think it's good enough so that like boats can pass underneath, and it's just long enough that it can pass all the way over the river. And we just need to do some terraforming right here, and then we're gonna do something in the middle too. So we're just gonna take this step by step and start with, you know, this side.
Let's do it.
So if you notice that my mic started sounding a little different and a little bad in the middle of this episode, that's because I moved into my college apartment. I'm still kind of figuring out my audio setup and all of that kind of stuff. I also share a room in my apartment with my roommate, so I'm still trying to figure out scheduling all of these Minecraft videos and that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's a big change. I just transferred to this school from another college, and I'm now going to this school for film and television production with an emphasis in directing. I don't want to dox myself, so I won't say anything more than that. This is my dream school, and it was a pretty hard school to get into. I got declined from it last year, but I'm very excited to be here, and I'm very excited to kind of figure out how I'm going to manage Minecraft YouTube videos and a film degree. Okay, I'll admit it. I slayed on this freaking thing. I freaking ate this up. Left not a single crumb. I've been doing this kind of like texturing for my rock for a really long time, kind of putting like the tuff on the bottom, a little bit of diorite on there, like this kind of thing. And I think it looks pretty good, but it's a little too basic in my opinion. Sue me. But it's just been kind of hard to move away from this style because, you know, I want to keep everything in this little area all consistent and stuff. But I decided, I just gotta do it eventually. So I went for this new like rock texturing type of thing, where you know, there's some tuff, then there's some like light gray concrete powder and stone, and then there's the basalt and the cobbled deep slate. This is the type of terraforming that I've seen B-dubs do a lot on all of his builds, and I've always looked at his videos and gone, that looks pretty good. I should steal that. But I never really had the courage to go about and do it. And I'm just happy that I took this first step. I don't think that it's perfect in any way, but I do think that this is like a good first attempt at it. And, you know, I got to make 2 more little things like this today. So, you know, it's only going to get better. But I'm really happy with the shape. I freeformed all of this, and I think it turned out like really spectacular, to be honest. Like, I love this part over here, but the backside over here, this little cliff, is just like, I don't know, it's just like, it's a very cool looking cliff. And I think the shape just looks a whole lot more realistic than a lot of my other things. So this was just, I mean, dude, like, I'm just saying, with like absolutely no like preparation beforehand, this turned out really good. Now that you've seen some of my process, by the way, a terraforming video is coming soon. I'm gonna finish the rest of this terraforming project with the thing over there, the thing in the middle, you know, all that. And I really hope that it turns out all right, because I don't really have a plan for either of these. Yeah. So you want to see it that bad, huh? All right, suit yourself. There it is. We got 3 little islands and, like a little cobblestone structure. This is just so I can mark out where the bridge is going to end up going. But I am so incredibly happy with this. First of all, I put in some coarse dirt and some of this rooted dirt towards the edge. I just think that looks a lot nicer, like, towards the edge of the water and stuff. Looks a little more realistic. But look at this terraforming. I am way happier with the shapes of these ones. I mean, that one is good shaping and stuff, but these ones are spectacular, and I think I really got the texturing down. As I already said, I'm taking inspiration from B00 for this, and I don't know if this is the way that he thinks about it in his mind, but the way that I thought about it was like, this darker area is like stuff that's further in, and then like the lighter stuff is like further out. So it's kind of adding in some more shaping, just through like light. I don't know if that makes sense. I'll probably explain my whole idea behind it in my terraforming video a little better. But yeah, I'm really happy with it. I think that it just looks terrific. So this entire thing, believe it or not, took my entire first school week to complete, mainly because of one thing. If you have a good eye, you may notice that I sculpted the seafloor to match. So if we go down here with free cam, there is this entire underwater thing just because I moved the seafloor. It was ridiculous how much time it spent for me to do this. And this wasn't like me doing my own cool texturing or anything. This was me just doing the basic seafloor kind of texturing. But yeah, I spent like hours yesterday watching Mob Psycho 100 with my partner Ponka and just doing this. And I'm definitely glad that I kind of grinded that out now, because if I had not done that, then it would have taken me months, or I would have never done it. Also, I just want to say this underwater area is actually kind of cool. It's got some pretty terrific vibes. So maybe in the future, if I really feel like it, I might make some like underwater cave system type thing down here. It's just that that will take a ridiculous amount of time, so I don't know if I'll ever get to it. This conversating is great and all, but we've really got to keep moving forward with the bridge. But first, I have a quick little announcement to make. Here we are in my college apartment room. As you can see, decorations are a bit sparse with the exception of this guy on the wall. This is a gift from my partner, Ponka. It's an amazing gift of an amazing man for an amazing man. My roommate says that he doesn't have problems with it, but, I beg to differ. It's the first thing you see when you walk into the room, so that's gotta start weighing on someone after a little while. But anyways, I just want to say that I have a Cameo account, and all the money from it is going to charity, specifically the Palestine Children's Relief Fund. I'll record a video for you or your loved one for just about $1, and make sure that you buy through the Cameo website, not through the app. Not convinced? Check out some clips. Allison, your swamp kingdom needs you. If you want to run away with me, I know what galaxy in. I can take you for a ride. I will be doing the worm. That's right. I've been practicing. All right, back to Minecraft. Okay, welcome back to Minecraft. We've got to start on this bridge. Oops. But I need a whole lot of different blocks that I do not have. So I know a lot of you have actually asked me if I could give a little more insight into what goes on in my wacky little mind when I'm planning out a build. So I will do just that. So here is my block palette. So I go all the way from jungle wood to smooth sandstone like this. And then I go a little further with these guys, which adds a nice little difference, you'll see. And then I use a little bit of rust, which is kind of like this. This is the most potent rust, and then it kind of feathers out like that. And then I use some just stone, smooth stone, and spruce planks as well. This is like for the floor, and then this is like decorational things. But yeah, when I was building it, I basically took, these blocks and I moved them all the way up the tower, starting from here, going over to here. And then on all of like the little corners and stuff where like, I don't know, water could like really seep, that's where I put in like a little bit of a belt of rust. And I think that looked really, really, really sick. And then for these 2 blocks, these were things that I added. They're not like necessarily a part of this, but I have just some clusters of them towards the top of the tower. And then it kind of just makes it look like part of the tower is like mildewing, but part of it isn't. I don't know if that makes sense. But yeah, as you can see, it's going to be pretty interesting. We have a lot of different blocks to work with, and it's going to look so sick. But I still need to grab these blocks, so I quickly traveled over to the desert and carved out my huge quarry of sandstone. Ran back home, planted some birch trees, and chopped them all down. Then I took an adventure into the mine so I could farm some mushroom stems. I took a quick break and started boiling some water. Then I got the chopping out of the way, dicing some chicken tenderloins into little cubes, making sure to salt them, pounding 2 cloves of garlic and chopping them up. I started heating a pan over medium heat, added in some olive oil, and once it was hot, added in the chicken. While that was cooking, I cracked 3 eggs into 2 bowls, separating the whites from the yolks and adding Parmesan to the yolk bowl until the consistency was like this. At this point, I added some spaghetti into the boiling water and started cooking it at package directions. I then added the chopped garlic and a tablespoon of butter to the pan with the chicken and started sauteing that together. It smelled so good. Once the pasta was cooked, I added it straight into the pan with the chicken, tossed in the yolk cheese mixture, poured in some pasta water to mix it all together, topped it with some black pepper, and enjoyed my meal. And finally mined out some terracotta in a faraway mesa biome. If that looks good, well, that's because it was. You know what else looks good? Having all of your building blocks ready and at your disposal. Look at this. And by the way, quick tangent. Did you know that I can no longer fit all of you into just one barrel? Imagine if each of you were one of these bamboo shoots. I'm overflowing into the next barrel. That's right. And that's crazy. And now one of you will be very unlucky. Okay, now that I got rid of all my unlucky subscribers, I can finally tell you all a secret. I'm gonna build the bridge right now. I hope you don't mind, but I'm gonna hop on and talk about YouTube for a little sec. So first off, this is not a job. I don't earn money from it. The only reason I do this is because, number 1, YouTube's fun. Number 2, Minecraft's fun. And number 3, it's always nice seeing like comments and stuff. I didn't really know what to expect out of this whole like YouTube thing. I finished making like the first 5 videos of Surviving with Shoeler before even ever posting one. All I wanted out of this channel was a place where I could have fun and de-stress. I always intended on YouTube being something I could stop at any point because it was just for me. But of course, here we are at almost 2,000 subscribers, a strong community in YouTube, and a strong community on Discord. It's become obvious to me that this channel is something more than just a hobby for myself. It's now entertainment and inspiration for a lot of people. Knowing all that I know now, I've kind of mentally changed the focus of my channel to 2 specific things to inspire others to create anything, whether that's a Minecraft build, a short film, art, anything. For me, I learned that it's important to just get your work out there. I'm a film student and a perfectionist, and if I'm not forced to turn something in on time, I will easily spend months perfecting it. But I learned that the only way that's gonna make you any better at what you want to learn is to just do it as much as possible, and keep doing it. You can't learn to do YouTube from just posting one video, just like you can't learn how to paint from just making one painting. A whole lot of little efforts do more for you than one big effort. But yeah, that concludes my thoughts. Sorry if it was a little boring and a little preachy. There you have it. Dude, I am so impressed with myself. It looked amazing in the creative world that I built it in, to start. But holy mackerel. It just looks super, super, super sick. I'm so happy with how it turned out. Let's go ahead and take a walk on it. Oh my gosh. I decorated these rooms and stuff. So, we just got some things, and then there's like this little way to get up to this top. I'll probably put something up here. But yeah, we can cross the bridge. We can look at the village from here. It's, I don't know, it's like a great viewing platform. I really, really, really like it. And yeah, decorated this room too. Same little thing right there. And then we come down on the other side, and dude, I mean, it really is crazy the difference that like a simple, or I won't say simple, but a bridge will make to this world. As you can see, it's also fun to go under. I can go under it with my boat. So that's real nice, and there's a lot of leeway. Over here, it's a little tight on this end, and a little tight on over here as well, but you know what? That's gonna be all right. I think I can officially say that the projects I'm building here haven't gone down in quality. Okay, this is one of my favorite builds ever. It's It's just so sick. It turned out really, really, really amazing. And one of my favorite views is from far away. It's just like, I don't know, it fits so well. And it's gonna be so sick because like I want to put a dock here. Like this is gonna be like a very busy looking harbor area. So this bridge is gonna just be so fitting. It's just making me really excited to play in this world. And also it means that I don't have to swim across the water just to get to my wheat farm. I can just, you know, run across. That's awesome. This area is really feeling more and more like a city because like now I have builds in every single direction. So no matter where you're facing, you're gonna see a build of mine. Because like for a little bit, if you looked this way, it was just, you know, bland. But now you have something really sick. And I don't know really how to describe it, but like this area feels very like personal and more like city-like. If it makes sense, it kind of feels like the same vibes of this area where you're kind of enclosed on all sides and it's like tight, but like kind of homey, you know? But of course, there is one more thing that I need to add, which is trees. So let's do that real quick. Yahoo! Yeah, I added in some trees, some bushes, and some rocks and stuff, and it really just makes this area look really good. I think it's like fully cemented into this area now. I'll get like a little bit of an aerial view for you, because it's a very cool view. But yeah, I'm insanely happy with this build. It was a very long video to make. I started it before I moved and now I'm fully moved in and I've been here for 2 weeks, so. But yeah, I think that concludes this part of the video. There's just one more thing we need to do. The final thing we need to do, and then you can leave, is add someone to the love garden. So here we are. There's Ponka, here's everyone, there's been added so far, and today we're adding a group of people, the pioneers. These are all the people on the SMP that I just joined. Go check out that video if you haven't seen it. But yeah, thank you for the invite to the SMP. I've been having a lot of fun there, and thank you again. But that's gonna do it for today's episode. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button, leave a like, leave a comment. I'm always implementing like little changes and things from the comments into this world, so if you want to see something change, if you have a good suggestion, let me know. And if you made it this far, comment pancakes. Derp. Okay, thank you everyone for watching this episode. I'll see you again in 2 weeks. Bye.